Nobody tells you this about money. There are 7 levels of wealth. Watch closely because most people never even realize which level they're stuck on. Derek thought he had already made it. He was wrong, and so are most people watching this. The trap starts exactly where you feel comfortable enough to stop pushing. By the time you notice, it is already too late to turn back. This is the ladder nobody ever warned you about. And almost nobody climbs past level 1. Level 1. Looking successful. Derek's income finally crossed 6 figures, and for the first time he escaped survival mode. He moved out of the bad neighborhood and stopped checking gas prices completely. Then came the appetizers, ordered without guilt. He bought his first luxury car, a leased BMW, not because he loved cars. He wanted the world to know he was finally doing okay, compared to his old life. His apartment had granite counters, LED mirrors, and a rooftop gym nobody actually used. Nike quietly became Lululemon. Target became Restoration Hardware, and Casio quietly became an Apple Watch on his wrist. He wore brands people instantly recognized, quietly signaling that he had finally made it. He flew economy still, but now he always booked early, sitting a little taller. He posted more online, nicer dinners, better vacations, pictures that quietly said, "Look how far I've come." Friends started asking for advice, and family assumed he finally had real money. Status began changing his identity. But behind the image, one emergency still terrified him completely, and nobody noticed the stress underneath. His lifestyle rose exactly as fast as his income, and somehow the money disappeared even faster. Car payments, subscriptions, luxury rent, and weekend spending made the image expensive to maintain. Millions of people stay trapped here forever because this level feels seductive. Successful enough to stop, but not wealthy enough to feel safe. Level 2. The professional class. At level 2, things got serious. This became the class society openly called rich. Derek's car became a Porsche Macan, and his kitchen looked like a Pinterest board. He stopped flying economy entirely. Once you taste business class, going back feels almost physically painful. He stayed at places like a Four Seasons, and real wealth stopped screaming and started whispering instead. A cashmere sweater with no branding, shoes handmade in Italy that looked simple to everyone else. His bathroom had heated floors, and his fridge quietly dispensed filtered sparkling water. He started buying convenience instead. Meal delivery, house cleaners, and airport lounges slowly became addictive, one comfort at a time. Small inconveniences disappeared. No waiting, no crowded airports, no budgeting at restaurants anymore. Then Nate mentioned his new beach house, and Derek felt a familiar tightness in his chest. His social circle quietly pushed him to keep spending more than he really should. His taxes had become brutal. This was high-income luxury, not real freedom, and his calendar still completely owned him. If you've ever felt like you're earning more but somehow keeping less, hit like right now, because this pattern is more common than almost anyone admits. Tell me in the comments which level you think you're standing on today, and subscribe so you don't miss what happens at the very top of this ladder. Level 3. The real millionaire. At level 3, everything changed, because Derek's investments started working harder than he did. He stopped asking how much something cost and started asking what it could actually produce. Ownership replaced salary completely. His house became custom-built, 5,000 square feet, a wine cellar, and a home theater. He stopped buying luxury to impress strangers and started buying experiences, ski trips in Aspen, summers in Italy. He was not just buying stocks anymore, he was buying real estate, businesses, and steady cash flow. His friend group changed too. One dinner could now make him millions because wealthy people network in an entirely different way. Money began multiplying through leverage, investments, employees, and capital working quietly while he slept. That created a quiet confidence, the kind that comes from knowing your bills are covered for years. He still remembered being broke. He realized wealthy people were not necessarily happier, only far more comfortable in daily life. For many people, this level is the real sweet spot. Enough freedom, enough comfort, still close to normal life. Level 4. The invisible elite. At level 4, wealth became invisible, and Derek stopped needing anyone's validation at all. His money now built systems, family offices, and holding companies working without him. He owned pieces of many businesses. His homes existed in different states, one for winter, one for summer, one for business. Sometimes he flew private, not for status, but because his time had become worth more than money. He would spend a small fortune just to save a single afternoon, because his time produced millions. Politicians started knowing his name. Opportunities now came from conversations, and one single introduction could change everything overnight. He got invited into rooms that normal people never even knew existed. Most people assumed this was billionaire wealth, but it was not even close. Level 5. The owner class. At level 5, wealth stopped feeling human, and Derek owned things people only see in movies. A private jet, a yacht with a permanent crew, and properties managed like 5-star hotels. He never waited in line again. Security, pilots, and lawyers became part of daily life, insulating him from every inconvenience. Problems disappeared before he even noticed them, and customer service became a distant memory. Vacation properties were now managed exactly like luxury hotels, staffed and ready year-round. But the real difference was access, closed-door deals, and rooms regular people never see. Regular people competed for jobs, but these people competed for ownership. Level 6. The global power players. At level 6, Derek stopped participating in the economy, because now he was shaping it. He owned media companies, sports franchises, and entire skyscrapers, and governments wanted his factories. His wealth grew faster daily. It grew more in a single day than most people earn across 10 lifetimes. The lifestyle stopped being about luxury and became entirely about control over time, industries, and narratives. These people could move entire markets with nothing more than a single sentence. One decision could create thousands of jobs or quietly destroy them by morning. Even billionaires never feel rich enough. Level 7. The architects of the future. At level 7, this stopped being about wealth and became about shaping civilization itself. Only a handful of people alive ever reached this stage, funding artificial intelligence, space travel, and energy systems. Luxury stopped mattering here. When you can buy almost anything, ownership loses its thrill, and impact becomes the new addiction. Their companies were shaping brain technology, defense infrastructure, and energy systems for billions of people. Legacy became the obsession, because power evolves from comfort to freedom, to influence, and finally to immortality. That is the final level of wealth. Here's the truth nobody online wants to admit. Every single level comes with a hidden trade-off. The worker trades freedom for stability, and the millionaire trades time for opportunity. The billionaire trades privacy forever. Because luxury alone never creates happiness, humans adapt unbelievably fast to whatever they already have. Yesterday's dream car becomes today's ordinary traffic, and yesterday's mansion becomes too small tomorrow. The latter simply never ends. And despite everything social media shows, more money rarely buys more real peace. So maybe the real goal is not reaching the highest level at all. Maybe it is reaching the level where your life finally feels completely like your own. Because the richest people are not the ones who can buy absolutely everything. They are simply the ones who no longer need to prove anything at all. Every level looks different from the outside, but every level hides its own quiet price. And that single truth changes absolutely everything about how you see money.